just to be stuck in, I mean, it's a raised ranch, so the lower level isn't as bright as the upper level of the house. And to me, it just seemed so sad to be stuck. Alex can't move himself around. His brain is fine. So he knows what's going on and he understands everything, but he can't communicate. So he doesn't have his voice. He has sounds that he can make, but he doesn't have words. And at this point, since a few months ago, he has basically no movement that you can see. I know with physical therapy, and even sometimes I'll lay down with him to read, and I can feel him contracting his leg muscle. So I can feel him moving. But he had some movement in his thumb, and he would tap on my arm. And a few months ago, and he used switches to activate toys or things that way. So up until a few months ago, one of the nurses said, he doesn't have that movement in his thumb anymore. And I'm thinking, that can't be right. Of course he's got that movement. And sure enough, he didn't have it anymore. And it was sad because we had just gotten, what is it? It's a remote control car. He had gotten this big remote control, 4x4 Jeep for Christmas. And we finally got it made into a switch toy. And so he'd used it 2 or 3 times. They were using it as an incentive for him at school to do his work, and then he got to play with the toy. So I think he got to use it 2 or 3 times before he lost that movement. So it was like another loss, so it was sad. And then when we called, I think one of the nurses called the doctors at Children's just to let them know that he had lost that. And they said, oh, it's just the progression of the disease. Which we don't know a lot about because Alex is the oldest child with SMA in our clinic. So, I mean, at first that really upset me. And then I was like, wait. I know a 15-year-old with SMA type 1. I know an 18-year-old with SMA type 1. So he's not the oldest SMA patient out there, but in that particular clinic, he's the oldest kid that they have.
And
so they're still learning. They're still learning about the disease and the progression of the disease.